there is only one China in the world, and Taiwan is part of China.
Sanae Takaichi, who became Japan's first female Prime Minister last month and met China's President Xi Jinping just 2 weeks ago, is now facing her first major international crisis. The confrontation began when she told Japan's parliament on November 7th that a Chinese attack on Taiwan, which lies just 60 miles from Japanese territory, would be seen as a situation threatening Japan's survival and could trigger a military response from Tokyo. Her remarks marked a sharp shift from the cautious tone of previous Japanese leaders, who avoided linking Taiwan directly to Japan's defense policy. While Washington continues its policy of strategic ambiguity on Taiwan, Takaichi's statement was a rare open declaration that immediately caught Beijing's attention. The reaction from China was swift and fierce. Xue Jian, the Chinese consul general in Osaka, posted on X,
"The dirty neck that sticks itself in must be cut off."
The post was later deleted, but not before sparking outrage in Tokyo and Taipei. Japan's foreign ministry called the comments extremely inappropriate, while Taiwan's government described them as threatening. Beijing, however, defended its diplomat, accusing Japan of grossly interfering in China's internal affairs. A spokesperson for China's foreign ministry said Xue's remarks were a response to Takaichi's erroneous and dangerous comments, reinforcing Beijing's stance that Taiwan is a domestic issue. The incident has revived memories of China's wolf warrior diplomacy, a combative communication style used by Chinese officials in the early 2020s to strike back at critics online. While Beijing had softened that approach in recent years, the tone has now returned. China's People's Daily condemned Takaichi for recklessly shooting her mouth off, warning that no one should harbor any illusion that they can cross the line on the Taiwan issue without paying a price. Another post from a CCTV-affiliated account mocked the Japanese leader, asking, "Has her head been kicked by a donkey?" Even more alarming was a post by Hu Xijin, the former editor-in-chief of the Global Times, who wrote,
"China's battle blade for beheading invaders has been sharpened to a very keen edge. If Japanese militarism wishes to come to the Taiwan Strait to sacrifice themselves on our blades, we will fulfill them."
Faced with mounting backlash, Takaichi clarified that her remarks were hypothetical and said she would avoid making similar comments in Parliament again. Still, her challenge remains, balancing Japan's economic reliance on China with rising regional security concerns. China remains Japan's largest trading partner, even as Tokyo deepens defense cooperation with the United States and other regional allies. Like her mentor, the late Shinzo Abe, Takaichi is known for her conservative and hawkish stance, supporting stronger defense spending and a firm position against Beijing's military expansion. Their uneasy relationship was already evident at the APEC summit in late October, when Takaichi and Xi agreed to pursue a strategic, mutually beneficial relationship. Yet, she also raised concerns over Chinese military activity in the East China Sea, including around disputed islands. Also, this year marked the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II, and Beijing has used the occasion to revisit Japan's wartime actions, including the Nanjing Massacre, where more than 200,000 civilians were killed. Chinese officials accused Japan of whitewashing history and even released several war films depicting Japanese atrocities. Ahead of the commemorations, Japan's embassy in Beijing warned citizens to avoid speaking Japanese loudly in public amid rising anti-Japanese sentiment. This complex past also ties into Taiwan's story. Once a Japanese colony, Taiwan was handed over to China after Japan's defeat in 1945. The Chinese Communist Party now claims the island as its own, even though it has never governed it. In response to Takaichi's remarks, Chen Binhua, spokesperson for China's Taiwan Affairs Office, said,
Japan is responsible for crimes it committed against the Chinese people over the Taiwan issue in history. It committed innumerable atrocities in the 50 years it colonized and enslaved Taiwan. 80 years ago, we defeated the Japanese aggressors, restored Taiwan to China, and ended Japan's occupation and exploitation of the island. There is only one China in the world, and Taiwan is part of China. The erroneous remarks on Taiwan made by the Japanese leader at the Diet seriously violate the One China principle and is a blatant interference in China's internal affairs. We strongly deplore and firmly oppose it. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has lodged stern representations and strong protest with Japan.
Asia's two largest powers find themselves once again on a collision course, this time over an island at the center of one of the world's most dangerous geopolitical flashpoints.